Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Pathfinder flip mat. This is the one for the Fall of Plaguestone adventure. The adventure itself is for use with the second edition of the Pathfinder role-playing game. I do plan on doing a review of the adventure itself in the very near future. I just haven't had a chance to really sit down and fully read it as of yet. But I am enjoying what I've been reading so far. So really cool stuff there. But today we're going to be looking at the map pack, or not the map pack, but the flip mat specifically. So this is similar to other, Pathfinder or Starfinder flip mats that I've shown on this channel. It is made to be used with wet erase, dry erase, and permanent markers. And just on the back here, it gives you the dimensions. So it's a 24 by 30 inch mat with 1 inch squares on each side, and there's just a little preview of what's on it there. And so here we have on the back says Troubles A-Brewin'. Bring your adventures in the Fall of Plaguestone to life on your tabletop with this double-sided full-color flip mat featuring key encounter locations from the premier Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure on either side. Both sides depict the enormous hillside complex of an evil alchemist, complete with quarters for her servants, numerous laboratories, pens to hold test subjects, and a cavernous lair. Don't waste your time sketching when you could be playing. With Pathfinder Flip Mat: The Fall of Plaguestone, you'll be ready to introduce the new Pathfinder in style. And just on the back here, it also says directions for use. Special coating on each flip mat allows you to use wet erase, dry erase, and permanent erase markers with ease. Removing permanent ink is easy. Simply trace over any permanent mark with a dry erase marker. Wait 10 seconds, then wipe off both marks with a dry cloth or paper towel. I've had lots of people say that that does work for them. I haven't actually had a chance to try it myself. But I've had lots and lots of people confirm that it works beautifully, and the map retailed for $14.99 US. I paid, I think it was around $20 for it Canadian, but that's just the way that the dollar and the exchange rate works. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this opened up, and we'll have a look at both sides of the map here. Alright, so we got the plastic off, so just the inside cover is just blank on the inside. And let's go ahead and unfold this here, and then we'll have a closer look. And I apologize for any glare. It's just I'm having to record this at night, and the overhead light can make things a little bit difficult, but we'll see what we can do here. Alright, so let's just see if we can get the wider look here. So this would be sort of the surface, this would be like the first level of the alchemist layer. So this is sort of like the major location to explore at the end of the adventure. I don't want to go into too much spoilers as of yet, but so that is the area there, and we'll just do sort of a close-up for some more detail for those that might be interested. Alright, and then we've got the other side here. So let's just reorient that. So this was the spiral staircase that connected to the upper location. So again, we'll just sort of back up here. And we'll just take a closer look. Alright, so that is the map itself. Alright, so as with pretty much all of these flip mat products, these are, as I've said before, and if you watch my Starfinder ones, these are some of my all-time favorite accessories for RPGs in general. I just absolutely love using these maps, and even if you don't play or run the specific adventure that they're connected to, which in this case would be the Fall of Plaguestone, and I guess actually we'll just sort of compare. It's a little bit more realistic looking, as you can see there, than what we have on the inside cover, which is a little bit more sort of brightly done. But still, cool looking map. But even if you don't run the specific adventure that these might be connected to, these maps are still wonderfully useful in my opinion. And especially, I don't have as many of the Pathfinder ones, but with the Starfinder maps that I've had, even just looking at the maps themselves, have given me ideas of things that I would like to, adventures that I could see myself running. And just, to get that creative spark just by looking at, you've got the location. Now, how could I possibly use this? I find these are, incredibly handy. And the fact that they have like the wet erase or the dry erase, just makes them to me all the more useful, because you can either like jot down notes, or you could block stuff out necessarily, or draw new stuff in. So there's lots of cool stuff that you can do with that. And as far as comparing this to, say, the D&D 5th edition combat grid, or adventure grid, I think is what they call it, I honestly prefer these maps. They're a little bit more difficult to get held down perfectly flat, but there are ways to do it, and this one isn't actually sitting all that bad, really. And I just feel that these are going to be a little bit more durable. I don't get the sense of panic whenever I unfold these, or when I pick them up to flip them over, that I always get with that adventure grid, which just has like material similar to this that's glued to just cardboard, like a thicker cardstock, but it's like slit 2/3 of the way up, sort of like a board game type of board. So I really love these products, and this one is a great one as well. The Fall of Plaguestone adventure is shaping up, from what I've read so far, to be a really great introductory adventure to the 2nd edition Pathfinder game, especially if you don't want to get necessarily involved with one of the adventure paths, which tend to be a longer running storyline. This is sort of a, it might take you more than one session to complete, but it is meant to be a standalone adventure, and the map just makes running it all that much easier if you're using miniatures and tabletop like the way that I typically run my games. So really cool product. I would recommend it, even if you're not running the adventure itself. You never know when you might need something along these lines, where you could use like an alchemist lab, you could use the caverns that are included, you could use the keep that's sort of above ground. So really great stuff overall. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you been picking up any of the Pathfinder flip mats? Have you been using them in your games? And if you buy ones tied to specific adventures, are you buying them because you're running the adventure, or are you just buying it to have a ready-made adventure location at your fingertips, something to spark that sort of creative energy? So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care.